Hello everybody and welcome back to Miss K Beauty. So today's video is a super exciting one. I'm so excited. It is going to be a kind of Halloween transformation. So I'm going to go from looking like this, and you will have to stay tuned till the end to see what I turn out to be. Well, I mean, I guess technically you're going to know from the thumbnail or you wouldn't have clicked on this video. But anyway, it is a super easy, simple makeup look, but it also is really glam for Halloween. It's gonna be perfect for something that you kind of need to quickly do but want to look really good for Halloween. It's like a perfect thing and you're gonna look fantastic. So if you don't mind, let's go ahead and get it done. And so I think I'm gonna start by laying my foundation, and then we will come back and do the eyes, just because I kind of want my foundation to be able to set and really sink into the skin. So I'm going to start with a primer. I am using a hydrating primer because I'm using a little bit more of a matte foundation so that it will last all night long. So I'm going to start off. Also, I'm going to use all drugstore products in this video, so it's super easy to do and super affordable to do as well. And you can definitely use products that you already have, but I am going to show the ones that I'm using. So starting off, I'm using the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Primer. I love this primer. You can get this at Ulta. I believe it's still available. And it is super duper nice and makes you super shiny, which for me, with my dry skin, especially in the colder months, as it is getting colder, I need that extra bit of hydration. So I'm just going to apply this all over the face. As you can tell, she's already looking like a Tin Man. But it's fantastic. I love the scent of this primer, and it just really helps my foundation to be super duper hydrated while still lasting a really long time. So just applying that all over the face, nice and smooth. And it does have a little bit of a smoothing aspect in it as well. So next I'm going to use a foundation that kind of blew up on the internet a while back, but I'm going to use it. I guess it's been a while now, but this is the Maybelline Superstay, I think is, sorry it's not focusing today for some reason, there we go. So this is the Superstay Full Coverage. I am using a foundation that's super long wearing and has a really good coverage. So I'm only going to use one pump, but if we feel like we need another one, we'll just go back in. And I'm using a flat top kabuki brush to blend that in. I did want to use a brush instead of a sponge so that I knew that it would be super full coverage. I feel like that was kind of important in this video. For some reason I felt like that I really needed to be full coverage. We're kind of going with like a glam scarecrow, so that's why I feel like it needs to be pretty full coverage. So I'm not going to go ham and like super cover all my freckles and everything, because that's just a lot of work, but I am going to go pretty full coverage. So whatever kind of full coverage product you already have, I highly recommend. Anything that you really like, and even if it's not super full coverage, this is very customizable to whatever you like to do. So I think one pump is perfect. Not going to apply any more, just because I feel like I really don't need it. So that looks perfect. So I'm actually going to mix two concealers, but you don't have to do this. I'm just running out of one of them, but I really wanted to use it for this video. So I'm using the e.l.f. HD or 16-hour HD Camo Concealer in the shade Light Peach, and I am super running out of this product, but I really wanted to use, I might not have to mix the other one in. I feel like it's like just really, I'm having to really scrape it nowadays. I need to go get another one, but I have so many concealers that I think I'm just going to use up other concealers until I decide that I want to go repurchase this one. So okay, so I'm kind of applying it all over the face. I haven't been doing this as much recently, but you know, I feel like it was necessary. We're going glam. I wanted to really step it up. So I actually did this in a much simpler version a couple years ago for Halloween. I had no costume and someone invited me to a party kind of last minute, and so I was like, oh my gosh, I have to figure out something to wear, and it was really quick, but it turned out so good. So I decided that this year I was going to share it with you guys and see if you guys like the look that I create. So now we have concealer on. We're just going to set that with a little bit of powder up underneath the eyes. Not going to go crazy or anything because this foundation is kind of matte, so I don't want to be oversetting myself, but I'm just going to set the under eyes so they do not crease. And I'm just using kind of a tapered brush. So pretty. I am using the Coty airspun powder as well. I forgot to tell you what powder I was using, but this is the Coty airspun powder in Naturally Neutral. It's my favorite powder pretty much ever. So the scent is very strong. If you have an issue with scent, I don't recommend this product, but if you don't, then you will love it. So now I'm going to zoom you guys in just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing on the eyes, and we'll get into the eye makeup. So now that we're nice and tight, so you guys can see my eyes and what we're going to do. So I'm going to start off with a primer. Remember, we're not using concealer. We need this to last all day long. So I'm using the Wet n Wild one that I mentioned in my last video. Also, I'm super appreciative that video has done so well. It's gotten a lot of views in comparison to my other makeup videos, but I figured that this video would be needed for some people who needed a quick and easy Halloween costume, so that's why I decided to do it anyway, and I thought it's kind of fun, so. Don't know why there's like little baby flies. Don't know. Okay. So I'm gonna try and use my Wet n Wild Rosé in the Air palette, which is this one. It's like their little 10 pan shadows, and this is what it looks like, and I'm going to use like these warm tones. I feel like it will be perfect for this because we're really trying to go kind of out there. So I'm going to start by, I think I'm going to start with this warm tone transition shade. It's the 10, number 10, and I'm going to start on a fluffy brush, and we're just going to build that up in the crease. And I did not, normally I will not always set my eyelids, but I'm not doing that today. I'm kind of trusting the primer today. The primer is going to keep this on all day long, or all night long, I guess, should I say. I guess we wear our costumes at my work, but I have like the best job ever, so most people probably would not be allowed to wear costumes. I mean, I'm not sure, but I'm actually going to bring this up underneath a little bit too. You can be kind of messy because, of course, like a scarecrow is not going to be precise, but I still want it to be, you know, polished in a sense. So next I'm going to go in with a darker shade. I'm going to go in with this burnt orange kind of color. Or I guess this is more of like a kind of a true orange. And I might have to start looking down, but just know that I'm looking into a mirror so that I can see what I'm doing. I really like this shade. I love these eyeshadows in this palette. They are so amazing for how affordable they are. Like, I think this palette's like less than $10. Ew. I actually got it as a gift. So. And I'm just going to use that first brush that we used again and kind of buff out that outer corner, or that outer edge. And that super far in. We're gonna be a burnt orange scarecrow. I'm excited. Okay. So next I'm gonna go in with a little bit deeper shade on a smaller brush. Let's see what brush we're gonna use. I'm gonna use a smaller little fluffy brush. And I'm gonna take this warm red tone color. And I'm gonna take that one kind of on the outer bit. But we're gonna go deep in that crease. Start really defining it. I really want there to be like a crease there. Very defined look. I actually feel like the look that I did last week on my channel would be perfect for this as well. If you didn't want to go quite as glam, like kind of a more everyday, that would work really well actually. Next thing we go with the first brush again, and I'm just going to blend again. And then last color, I'm going to take on a kind of more dense brush, and I'm going to take this deep chocolate brown. And I'm going to kind of pack that on the outer corner. I never do really glam looks, so. But I feel like they look really good. I just don't typically do them because I'm more of a practical, what I wear every day kind of person, so. Okay, so I am gonna go back and blend that again. All of that together. Bam, bam, bam. And I am gonna go ahead and do the lower lash line since we already have our face makeup on. So I'm gonna go in with like a pencil brush. This one's a little bit fluffy, but not super fluffy. So I'm gonna go in with that warm tone orange that we used. And I'm just gonna take that up underneath because I want it to be quite smoky. Oh, I have an eyelash. And now we're gonna do the other eye. Oh, she's getting smoky. So Halloween. So Halloween. And now I'm gonna take that red color. Makes my eyes look so bright. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with a lid shade. Now I want something really, really intense. So I'm gonna use my finger with this kind of gold shade right here. And I'm just going to really press that in, and I might have to wet it. I'm not sure if it's gonna come off as intense as I want it to. I might have to use something a little bit lighter. So it's not quite as light as I would like it to be. I want it to be pretty bright on that inner corner. Let's see. Okay, I'm actually gonna use a Dollar Tree little trio that I found. So I'm gonna use this light, almost white kind of shade right here, but it does have a little bit of a shimmer to it, and this is really intense. So I'm just gonna apply that to like that inner corner area. Oh yeah, that made a difference. Okay, so I'm just gonna tap that in, right in there. That is really beautiful. And I'm just applying that. Okay, so then, sorry, my little transition area right there was a little harsh. Okay, so then I'm gonna go ahead and apply mascara really quick, and then we will get back to the face. So far it's been really simple, you know, we just kind of doing the regular, just doing really intense eyeshadow, but it will get kind of crazier once we do the rest of the face. So I'm just gonna apply this mascara. And this is the Believe Beauty. You can definitely apply falsies. I will not be doing that. mostly because I'm really bad at it and I don't think that I would be very good at it for this video. So I'm just going to apply a lot of mascara. And I'm applying my mascara like quite a bit heavier than when I normally do it, just because I really want it to be quite glam looking. Okay, so we're definitely making some progress. I think I'm gonna apply one more coat to the top. Oh yeah, I kind of want some clumps. Also, this mascara does not typically look like this. It's just because I'm kind of making it look like that. Just so everybody knows. And some people do like extra lashes on the bottom. I don't really want to do that, but you definitely can. Okay, so now that we've completely finished the eyes, we're going to go into the face, which is where we begin the fun part. So, I'm going to start by getting a very round blush brush. Now that, like, you can see how this one is very rounded, and you're going to get a very warm tone blush, like pretty much the most orange blush you have. So I'm going to use this one by Colourpop, and this is the So Retrograde that was collaboration with Kathleen Lights, and I'm going to put it like directly on the apples of my cheeks, and you can go ham. I am blending a little bit, but you want to go as precisely on the cheek as possible. Like that. Now this is also a very shimmery blush, so if you don't want it shimmery, obviously you can use a different blush. These are not exactly even. Let me kind of pull this one forward a little bit. Okay, so once you get your really warm tone blush, you're going to then take your eyeliner. So this is where we really get into like our little scarecrow type thing. I'm using the Essence waterproof one. You don't have to use waterproof. Probably don't recommend waterproof, but it's all I had. And I'm using products that I already have. So I'm going to make a little patch on my forehead, and then I'm going to make a patch on my nose, and then I'm going to do the mouth. So we're going to create this little patch on our head. So all you need to do is create like a little box. Obviously it's going to be kind of hard to draw a straight line on your forehead. You want to do this if you can to create like a box. You can do whatever size you want it to be. Whatever. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of shadow on the edge. This is red there. You can't make that much of a difference, but you see what I think. Okay, so now that we've added our little patch, and you can totally go ahead and do your nose patch now, which I think is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to create almost like a, something that goes down and kind of around this part of my nose. So I'll show you guys, because it's kind of hard to explain. So I'm going to start here. And I kind of messed up, but it's okay. Okay, so we're just going to ignore that for now because this is going to be messy kind of anyway. So next we're going to go back in with the orange shade and we're going to fill in my nose. Again, like I said, this is kind of an easy way of doing it because if you mess up, it's okay. Pretty sure my neighbors are also watching. we're going to go back in with the eyeliner again, and we're going to make kind of like cross stitches. So I'll show you guys. Aha! See our little X's? And they can look all different. You have to get a little creative though. Okay, so here's your little patch on your head, and you're gonna do the same thing on your nose. Okie dokie. So now we're going to do our mouth. So you kind of have to gauge where you want your mouth to be. So I think I'm gonna go out to about right there, kind of the end of my eyes. So all you have to do, and this is kind of strategic because you can't really mess this one up, but I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. So you're gonna go from the edge of your mouth all the way to however long you want it to be. So I'm actually gonna create, and you kind of want it to go upwards a little bit. As you can tell, this one up a little bit. And it really doesn't have to be perfect. Like, you're probably not going to be perfectly even every time. But you probably want to get them like as close as possible. Okay, so now we're going to make the X marks again. Actually, I think we're going to go straight up and down this time. Should we do X marks? Yeah, I think I want to do X marks. I feel like it will match the whole thing. So I just realized in retrospect that I should have done a winged liner, but you can definitely do that. So next, you can apply any kind of lip that you want. You can go nude, you can go orange. I think I'm gonna go red because I'm feeling bold. So I'm gonna go with the deep red, and I'm gonna go pop that on, pop my brows on, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back with our brows. Oh my, I just realized my little thing's not even showing. There we go, that's a little better. Okay, so I guess you don't have to do the little forehead patch because I'm wearing a straw hat. But, got my hair all did. I put on a flannel and some overalls. These are, well, I don't have them buttoned all the way and all that, but got on some overalls, and this is the red lip I chose. It is the Ofra Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in Havana Nights, and I feel like it pairs so well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment down below and what you're gonna be for Halloween, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!